I think it's like pretty obvious from the outside that TL either wins Summer Split or they're going to blow up the roster. That's pretty much the only logical conclusion. You don't pay that much money unless your team wins one of the splits and goes to Worlds. Who do I think is going to be top 3? I think TL is definitely in the running for that. So I think like C9 TL and then one more team. The last spot's pretty contested, right? E.g. 100 Thieves. Pretty hard to say. Why no faith in TL? I mean, have you seen them play? Boring, uninspired play. Not good. Not clean. Not creative. Not even particularly aggressive. Just weak and structured. Maybe it'll be their meta in summer though. Who knows? Their team fighting is actually disgusting. I mean, Bwipo is legit the reason why they lost out of playoffs. The biggest by far. Thorn played fine, but like Bwipo actually inted their entire spring. And it's not because he's like, oh, he's just trying to make plays, he's aggressive. No, he's actually just getting outclassed. Bwipo just played horrible. Like, their academy top laner would have performed better. I don't think anyone's looking good. That's the thing. It's like, look at TL. I don't think anyone looks great. It's like funny because Core is so good, and even Core looks like he's being held back by just something, an invisible force that's just making everyone play worse. A team should like enable their players to thrive, you know, like a team environment should play off of each other's strengths in a way that like you get put in spots and everyone's performing, everyone's locked in. You don't let opportunities go by unpunished. You don't make silly unforced mistakes. Your comps look good because you're comfortable playing them. I feel like literally in every way, I like the TL that played spring playoffs was I don't know, it was such a massive choke by them, not able to drop the ego and lock in Ornn. I mean, it's just a terrible excuse. You're excited to interview, there's too many voices in the team. Yeah, exactly. How do you fix that though? Are you able to Pogba macro in the post game? I mean, yeah, but like, I think probably, in my opinion, what's happening on TL is everybody has built up their own playbook already, and they're just going to argue about the minute details of every single macro play that they make and whether or not it was the right thing and not how they should have played it better. I think that's always one like nagging thing in every veteran's mind. Is like, oh, well, should we have been in this position in the first place, and not like, okay, regardless of whether or not this was like an ideal spot, like what should have happened to make it go more smooth. I think that's called like playing league by ear, and I think it's actually one of my biggest, like looking back at my career, it was one of my biggest strengths that I was always able to adapt to the situation and play however my team, like not even however my team needed, just like I always would come up with ideas on the fly of how I wanted to play, like in the middle of a game, in the middle of a series, and just do it. Like I would split push as AD carry, I would just tell my team to fucking ARAM, I would call for like TV flanks, we would go for jungle invades if we were stronger early. We would do our best, like 1-3-1, like just split map, permanently trading objectives if we were scaling. Like playing every situation, just don't have like an idea in your head already. Don't have like some preconceptions about how things should go. Just look at the game as it is right now and play it the best you can. I think that's really important. Just being able to play the game by ear is so important. I think like one pitfall for a lot of pro players is they do obsess over the hypothetically best thing to do. And like, I think it's important to know what the hypothetically best thing is to do, but in my opinion, it's like equally as important to just know how to play the second or third best option out perfectly. Because you're not always going to get your first pick. It's just not going to happen.